Throughout this video series, we're talking about how we're going to change a habit, right? We talked about we're not going to diet anymore. Those days of dieting are over. I mean over. Don't buy any more dieting books. If you want to buy a book on how to change your lifestyle, we need to figure out how we're going to change our habits. And this extends even beyond eating, but more on that in another video. So when do we get into trouble when we're eating? Yes, we talked about maybe having that giant lunch or that giant dinner at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, which I think is really important. Let's talk about that for a second. When do you eat during the day? Let's just say you have the standard 9 to 5 office job. So you get up in the morning, maybe you feed your children, or if you're a single person, you run out the door, stop at Starbucks or another establishment like Starbucks, you grab something, you go have your lunch, and then you sometimes work late and you come home to dinner. What time are you eating dinner at night? Are you eating it at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, having this giant meal and expecting your body to work hard to break down that food? If you can, I would kind of turn your diet upside down or turn your lifestyle upside down in regards to, when I say diet right here, I mean referring to when you eat. So maybe it's better to have the larger meal at lunchtime. If you want to gorge at lunchtime, have the bigger meal. Because if you're going to burn that food throughout the day, again, think of food as fuel. Those calories, all those proteins, those carbohydrates, let's burn them throughout the day. And at nighttime, maybe have a little bit of a light meal. Some people have said to me, you know, Keith, I don't want to wake up feeling hungry. I'm thinking you should wake up feeling a little bit hungry, because that's when you know your body's been satisfied. It's when it took a break at nighttime. Think about how often you've eaten and your body's working its tail off to try and break down food while you're sleeping. And I bet if you look at your life, maybe when there's times when you're never able to sleep really well, it's because you have that giant porterhouse steak in there trying to break it down. So back to the diet, back to the idea of dieting. As I said, I'm not a big fan of it. But what do we do in the middle of the day? There are some people believe out there, Keith, I'm going to have 6 meals a day. That's great. You know, it's kind of put a little bit of fuel in every time you need some fuel. It's like, don't go to the gas station, fill up your whole tank with gas in one shot, fill it up throughout the day. So one of the ways you can do that, again, there's a lot of these different things out there, these little protein bars, right? These little different kinds of bars. Different companies make them. You can buy them at a health food store. You can buy them at a large grocery chain store. You can buy them at a big box store. One of the things I would recommend being mindful of is, figuring again, if you're allergic to nuts, always be present to that and looking at what the ingredients are. Don't look at the cheapest thing. Let's look at what the thing is made of. Start looking at the labels. Take some time before you run down the aisle and throw these into the shopping cart. One of the other significant things I like to look at is, where does the sugar come from? You're seeing sugar counts today can be just as high as almost a soda or close to a soda. And then there's that alcohol sugar that you need to be mindful of. You can have a little bit of a buzz after having one of these things. So pay attention to what is in these power bars. But I think they're a great source of protein. It's going to help you segue your body. Again, if you're looking at altering your habit, again, that cue, that routine, that rewarding, and that belief on whether I need to have this type of food or the food that I had since I was a kid, that transition takes time. So start looking at ways you can substitute, and whether it's one of these things or not, or these things you're going to have at 9 in the morning. Let's say you have your breakfast at 6 or 7 in the morning, and you get to the office at 9, 10, before 12, you're feeling a little bit hungry. How to keep a couple of these in the drawer. Share a couple of these with your friends. Maybe they'll go buy some you can swap and try different things. Even if you only eat half of this thing, give the other half to your friend. This is, again, one of the pillars of changing your routines, which is going to, again, give you that body, give you that mindset that you're looking for. And I think really at its core is, it is the mind that's going to change. And when the mind changes, the body will follow. Hope this is helpful today. Please share this with your friends. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.